Hi guys, Chambers here back again. In this tutorial we are going to do checkbox and radio button. So I'm gonna remove this. I'll be left with my button here. I'm gonna put a checkbox here and a radio button, of course. There they are. So I'm gonna change the caption to check me. Click. Can you check me also? In case you're wondering the differences between the checkbox and the radio button, the checkbox you can check it and uncheck it on runtime, but the radio button you can only check it once, and once it's checked, since it's one, there's no way you can uncheck it unless you uncheck it using a code. Of course, with the code it's possible. I'm gonna show you that. So let's just say when you click this button, you want to check if this guy was checked or not. This guy, I mean this checkbox. You go to name, make sure these components, by the way, most of them, the alpha controls components, they start with S, so don't be surprised. So you want to check if this checkbox was checked or not. I'm going to say if this guy dot checked. This is a boolean value, as you can see, bool here, so it tells you if that checkbox was checked or not. So if it was checked, I will say show message checked, show message checked. Okay, else it was not checked, else of course it was not checked on this party. So there are only two options: it's either checked or unchecked. So I'm gonna do this and unchecked. So I'm gonna run the application now. When I click the button will tell me if that checkbox was checked or not. So I check it, I click here, it tells me it was checked. I uncheck it, I click here, it tells me it was unchecked. So we can do the same with the radio button here. So you just have to copy the name. The properties that are here on this checkbox are still there on the radio button, just by replacing the name. So now you'll be checking the radio button. I'm gonna run the application, and then come on. Yeah, it was unchecked. It was checked. So the thing is, once it's checked, there's no way you can uncheck it. So what we'll do now is that if I check this guy, he will also check this guy. If I uncheck this guy, he will also uncheck this guy. So if I check here, it will auto check here. If I uncheck, it will auto uncheck. I'm sure you get the picture. So we're going to go to the design and select the checkbox here. Make sure it's selected. You go to event, you go to click. Once it's clicked, no need to check if it was checked, then check the radio button. If the checkbox was not checked, and check the radio button. No, we want to do that using just one line of code. Copy this guy here, is equal to this guy here. Which is the checkbox. Simple, huh? If the checkbox was checked, it will check this radio button. If the checkbox was unchecked, it will uncheck the radio button. So I'm going to run this application and see. I check, it, I uncheck. So via code, even if it's checked now, when I uncheck it, will uncheck it. So okay, so that's it with the checkbox and the radio button. You know how to check if it was checked, or you know how to check if it was unchecked. All those things. So those are the two things you have to know with the radio button and the checkbox. So 6 minutes wait. I think I should add more. Okay, at least 10 minutes. So I should add something that takes only 4 minutes. So I covered the radio button and the checkbox. So what I will do now with these 4 minutes is to cover one more important component. This component is very, very important. Okay, it's called the calendar, or a date time picker, or date. Let me search date there. If it's the one I'm looking for, because there are many components here. Yeah, it's date time picker, but is there any other dates down there? This date edit. Date edit. Date edit. Good. So let's select the date edit here. Date edit. And also select the date time picker from T components, which are the built-in components for C++ build. Here we have this, as you can see, T date time picker, and this side is T date edit. So we'll start with this one. Start with this one. Well, when I run the application, both of them, of course, they can allow me to click the date. So I'm not going to test that one. But then, when I click the button, I want to check the date was selected here and display and save it on my string variable, and then so that I will save it maybe in the database or somewhere else, or use it and some stuff. I'm going to declare a string. Give me string temp. Actually, this string variable, because I'll be using it in the most of the upcoming tutorials, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to save it there. So it's called temp. Okay, so now I should be able to use it here. Temp is equal to, there's a method called format date time. Format date time. This method is more important. For example, if you want to get today's date, you will put now, like this, and then here you write the format of the date. For example, year in full, there is year in full. Month in full, the month was selected, and the current month in full, and the day in full. Okay, so I'm gonna say show message temp, and then I'm gonna run the application. This is just for the current date. So I'm going to run the application, and then now we're going to display the date that was selected from those two components I just placed there. As you can see, 2016 March this day, which is today, yes, which is my calendar, as you can see. So what if you want the month not to be March in full, but March, meaning short like this, and you want the day to be not this day but this, you put DTT. So you are reducing, so it will be short. So let's run it. Here. So notice that here it was March in full. I changed it to 3 of M's, it became March. Here it was this day in full. I changed it to short. I'm sure you get the picture. So now what if you want the day to be in the form of number and the month to be in the form of number? I'm sure you can guess this one. There you go. There, it's a number now. Even that 2016, if you want it to be, you can do the same. So there you go. So what if now come on, take you longer. What take you longer? Okay, there you go. I will take back this. But what if now you want to display the time? You have to enclose it with the single quotes. So the time is hours, minutes, seconds. You have to enclose it with single quotes. So the string inside the single quotes will show it has no effect to the format date time. There you go. The time is the single quote. Here's the current time the moment I click the button. So the now function returns the time together with the date. So it will be up to you, either you want the time or you want the date from the now function. Then the now method I meant. So let's get back to those components I placed there on the form. What if now I don't want the current date? Okay, but I want the date that was selected on this date time peak. It is very easy. You can just select it, check the name of your date time picker here. You tell it that okay, this time don't display the date from the now function, because now means the current one, but I want you to get the date, to format the date from that date time picker. So you will say the date time picker date. It's gonna you can see this method, it returns date time. Even this one it displays date time. I'm interested on this one. If you want to display also the time here, like for example hours, minutes, seconds, you may want to use this one. In this case I will choose the date. Just leave it like that. We're gonna do the rest for you. There you go. I change it to 2. There it is 2. There's the 3. I change it here 12, 14, 2015. I'm sure you can see it works. You can put almost all the things I just did in the previous one here. So what if now you want to take the date from this component here, this one? You can start get the name of it. I doubt if it has the date property, but it should be having the date property, of course. So I'm gonna do like this and check if it does. Yeah, it does. There you go. Date. It also says date time. It returns date time, and that's what you are looking for. And there are many methods that you may want to use, but I'm only interested on this property, of course, not method. Okay. So that is long enough. On the next video again, I'll be doing something more. Let me just check this and verify if it is running, and then I'm going to stop the recording. So I'm going to select that one. This 2011 days 2011, 03 days 03, 16 days 16. It will be up to you on how you want it to be formatted. If you want to put a slash, for example, you can put slash and put another slash, or you can put slash and put a dash. You run the application, it will be in that format. So I'm going to select this one. You see, you may want to put slash if it is a slash or a dash or a space. It will be up to you, of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, till next time.